Toyota Tacoma myths that some swear by. Come on, man. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. And that's right, today I want to get on here and talk about some common Toyota Tacoma myths that some people swear by. You know, I've been accused recently of preaching. Somebody actually told me I should be a preacher. So today, we're going to preach about Tacoma myths that are simply not true. So let's get into it. Let's start off. Number one, the stated payload capacity is what you can actually haul. This is wrong. This is not true. For you see, there are things that take away from the stated payload capacity, like the options and things that are added to the truck, the bed mat, the side steps, the roll bar, whatever it is that you put on, reduces the stated payload capacity that you can actually haul. What about you? You weigh something, right? I mean, when you haul your slim, trim self into the Toyota Tacoma, you're deducting from the stated payload capacity. It can only haul what it can haul. And as soon as you start adding weight to it, that payload capacity is reduced. And you have to be mindful of that if you ever have any kind of trouble. Because if you roll in to get some warranty work done, and you've got all these added things that are adding weight to the truck, for instance, a rooftop camper, a tent, a shell, whatever it is, they're going to notice that. And if it's enough stuff, it's enough to deny your warranty claim if it can be proven that maybe the extra weight you've added, in addition to whatever it is that broke the truck, was your fault. Number two, premium gas is better for your Toyota Tacoma. There's only one thing that premium gas is better for if your vehicle doesn't call for it, like the Toyota Tacoma, and that is to line the pockets of the oil companies. You see, it makes no difference. Your truck calls for, I think it's 87 octane. That's because it's set up that way. All the timing and the programming and the way that it works is set up to utilize that kind of gas. So putting something better in it doesn't make any difference. All it does is drain your wallet a little bit quicker. Run what the manufacturer calls for. That's why they state it. Number three, this one I love. Cold air intakes and exhausts increase real power. Now, first of all, I have to define real power. Real power is what you can feel. Because if you can't feel it, does it really exist? And that's why I bring it up, because you can't feel it. If you take your Tacoma to, say, a dyno somewhere, after you've put on a cold air intake and an exhaust, you're probably going to see higher numbers. Maybe 10, 15, maybe even 20 horsepower. But you're not going to feel that in the seat. It isn't going to make any difference to you. So unless you're driving your Tacoma on a dyno all the time, you get out in the morning, it's set up on the machine, you turn it on, and you watch that graph, it doesn't make any difference. It's all for aesthetics and sound in the case of the exhaust. That's it. It's not going to make it feel faster to you. Along that same vein, number four, cold air intakes and exhausts increase fuel economy. No, that's not true. Again, unless you put it on some sort of sensitive equipment and you're testing it that way, you might see a point something increase in miles per gallon. Maybe. Otherwise, it's not true. I know, I've done it. I've had several on my Tacomas, and I'm here to tell you, it never has made any difference whatsoever. Now, I know there's going to be people out there on both of these that are going to tell me I am wrong. They have noticed. I would say that it's in your head. You think it's happened because you did it and you're expecting it. So you will it to be that way. But it's not real. It doesn't make any difference. Number five, more expensive block and spacer lifts are better. It's funny. When you look into doing a block and spacer type lift, there's all kinds of them out there. Some of them have big company names attached to them. And you know you pay more when it's from a big company. It's because you're paying for the name. In the end, a block of steel is a block of steel. That's it. It's no different. It doesn't matter whether you put a $30 block of steel in the back or an $80 black block of steel in the back. It might have a different paint color to it. It might have a company name on it, but that doesn't change its functionality. It's still just a block of steel that raises your truck up a little bit. Same thing with the spacers in the front. They're all fairly equal. I would imagine most of them probably come from the same places. They just slap different company names on them and charge you more money. Don't think that a more expensive block and spacer lift is going to get you anything any better. Number 6, I love this one. And let me preface this by saying I am not against American jobs. Heck, I wish everything was built right here in America, assembled right here in America. This one is Tacomas assembled in Mexico are less reliable. What? I had somebody comment recently that just recently Toyota started building Tacomas in Mexico. They've been building Tacomas in Mexico for years. They built some in Mexico and they built some in San Antonio, Texas. By the way, Baja California is in Mexico. It doesn't matter where they assemble them. They're just putting the parts together. Toyota has the same quality policy irregardless. That's right, I said irregardless. Regardless of where they actually assemble them together. As for the parts, they come from all over the world. These parts were never all built in the United States. It's unfortunate. I wish they were, don't get me wrong, but they're not. So to say that just because your truck was built in Mexico or assembled in Mexico, it's somehow of lesser quality, that's simply not true. The parts are shipped in and people put them together. That's the same way it happened when it was done in San Antonio, Texas. Number 7. This is a great one. I keep getting questions about this and I don't understand. Mods void the entire warranty of the truck. If you do a mod to your Toyota Tacoma, you might as well throw your brand new warranty away. Now, there's a caveat to this. First of all, the rule is that any mod that causes the failure of an otherwise warranted part would not be covered. So let's say you put a new LED light in the housing in the front, you know, where the headlights are, and for some reason it overheats and melts your housing. That's not going to be covered because you changed the bulb and put LEDs in there. But let's use that same example. Let's say you put a brand new LED bulb in the front headlight and your bumper falls off. Well, the bumper's going to be covered unless you've done something to cause it. But otherwise, the bumper's going to be covered because putting that LED bulb in the front had absolutely nothing to do with the bumper falling off in the back. So that's the general rule. If you do something to your truck, if you do a mod to your truck that causes the failure of an otherwise warranted part, that part will not be covered. Otherwise, you're golden. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here, talk about some Toyota Tacoma myths that some actually swear by. I mean, come on, man. Some of these are common sense, I think. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know. Anything I've missed? What have you heard out there that when you heard it, you said, what? Come on, man. What are you talking about? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. RobMotive MT, all about mini trucks, currently the 2022 Hyundai Santa Cruz, and RobMotive JT, all about Jeep Gladiators. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Sermon over. Bye.